Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. As always, I'm Sum.
And I'm Cody, and this is Cody Sum, and we are the duo who does more than each other.
So happy New Year's, everybody. We are back with our first video of the year. I'm rocking my new Taylor Swift cardigan that Cody got me for Christmas.
Yeah, I was going to wear mine, but then I was like, maybe we would look crazy if we both had it on.
But we are crazy. People know we're big Taylor Swift fans.
So I
and
just
if you don't by now,
normal blue.
you look cute. I like that button up. I literally was going to wear that button up and he pulls it out. I was like, okay, I'm going to wear my cardigan.
Oopsie.
So we wanted to do a first video of the year, talking about goals for 2024, but then kind of going back to 2023 and reflecting on that year a little bit. We usually my family does family goals every year. My stepmom usually organizes it. She gets my siblings, my dad, and now us, and we'll do like our big goal for the year. We usually do a word of the year and then like five little goals that can help you achieve your big goal or just be little goals that you have for yourself.
Yeah, I feel like my word for the year has been balance for like 2-3 years, like work-life balance. And I feel like this year I kind of had that. So I don't think I would repeat that again.
So the reason we don't know what last year's was is because we can't find 2023's. I asked my stepmom and she doesn't have them. I swore we had them. They must be buried.
Probably threw them away when I was cleaning.
When we put out the Christmas decorations, we probably buried them in one of the storage bins. But my stepmom did send me 2020s. So I just thought that was interesting to just read that a little bit. My word for 2020 was relax. I think it's because I was still selling life insurance and I was going on 10 years of selling life insurance and I was feeling crazy.
Was this 2019 for 2020?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
Like 2 months before.
We did a lot of relaxing in 2020. Wait. You have a lot of food in your teeth right here.
Did I?
Yeah, they're fine now.
Okay. And then my big goal for that year was to take a month-long trip to Europe with you, which we did not do because the pandemic.
Mine was like go back to Europe, which, we have gone back to Europe since that time. So
we did it eventually.
It was also like, I want to progress in my engineering career, and that's not really something I cared to do anymore. I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else from it. So it's kind of weird how that quickly that has changed.
Well, this would have been our first time doing it together too, because we started dating 2019. So this would have been my first time taking you to family goals. Yeah. So a lot changed after that. I mean,
I wanted to change departments and get a new position, and I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that to happen.
One of mine was to be the #1 sales agent in my office that year, because I
think you were, though.
I was. So I was in 2019. So I had the goal to do it again in 2020. And even though with the pandemic, I was still able to make remote sales, and I did end up being the #1 sales agent in my office, even though at the end of 2020, I left that career to pursue all the social media stuff that we're doing. So, but that was interesting to see. And then the other one is stop biting my nails, which I try to do every year. Yeah. And I don't succeed.
I'd like pay off your car loan, which, obviously I had to do that by now, and like work on my male makeup brand that I wanted to start. But, 2020 happened, and, the social media stuff kind of took over. So that was
a big thing for you.
It was when I met you. I was working on it. It's definitely something I would think about doing again in the future when, we don't have so much on our plate. But right now we're quite busy. So
I feel like 2019 was when you just started to see some of like war paint. Is that what it's called? Yeah. War paint.
It's like a Tom Sandoval company.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not weird.
That is so weird. Yeah. Well, that does make sense.
Yeah.
We don't use it.
Yeah.
But
we tried it. It's not the best. It's okay.
We tried it like during the pandemic, I think. I don't know. But I feel like since then there has been more male makeup brands that have popped up, especially with like the TikTok era. But that was such a big part of just like a discussion for you during that time. We just wanted to do a little reflecting on 2023 and talk about some of our favorites, challenges, and goals moving forward. So first one was, what was your favorite memory of 2023?
Probably the gay cruise. I remember feeling very relaxed and like not stressed, and everything in life seemed to be going pretty great at the time,
Did you have a favorite memory from that cruise?
Favorite memory from the cruise?
Yeah, or just the cruise overall?
Probably just the cruise overall. Okay. I liked being on the ship more than getting off at the stops.
Yeah, you just liked walking around in your Speedo?
Yeah. It was very
daytime and nighttime.
Very freeing.
You could do it daytime into nighttime. Yeah, just switch your Speedo.
Yeah, it was it was very lax, and I don't think I was ever at so much peace on a vacation before. Yeah. So I loved it.
It was definitely probably my favorite trip of the year. I definitely say that, and definitely a core memory. For me, my favorite little memory date that I have for the two of us was when we went to see that Taylor Swift quartet here in LA, where it was at some little church, and it's just this traveling quartet, and they do instrumentals of like they do like 12 or 13 Taylor Swift songs, and they were just all so beautiful. And it was after we'd already seen the tour, so it's just like a really peaceful, intimate, candlelit thing.
Yeah,
it was a cute little date night for us.
Yeah, and it made us realize that that's something we want to have for our wedding ceremony, like a quartet. Them
made you realize
I don't know if we could afford them specifically, because they like played at like BB Rex's like Christmas party.
They're like Grammy award.
They're like in movies quartets. And stuff. Yeah,
but the idea of a quartet playing some Taylor Swift songs does sound really cool.
Yeah,
a close second would be when you and I organized a last minute party bus to Laguna for 4th of July to West Street Beach. And the main reason for that is because a lot of our normal close friends that we celebrate that holiday with were out of town, like traveling. And so when we organized the party bus, it was with a lot of newer friends that we were just starting to get to know.
And who are very close with us now.
That's why it's such a core memory for me, because it really kicked off a really close friendship with a lot of the people that were on that bus that we didn't know very well.
It created like pretty much a whole entire separate group of friends for us now. Like, and we made the decision like less than a day before, because we're usually not in town for the 4th of July.
What do we want to do? Oh, let's get a bus. Let's have a bus take us an hour and a half.
And everyone wanted to go, and everyone was trying to get all these cars situated. I was like, let's just get a bus. Yeah. And it worked out so well, I would do it again.
Yeah. Biggest lesson learned.
2023. Probably that personally, I'm going through some stuff with my father, and I've learned maybe this year, just because someone shares blood with you, you don't have to have an amazing relationship with them, or any relationship at all. And I always grew up thinking like family is everything. When a person is like mentally draining you and
not good for your mental health,
throwing so much negativity your way and ruining everything about you, ruining your energy, it's just not worth it anymore. And it took a little bit for me to come to peace with that.
You're not obligated to any relationship. Yeah. And I think a lot of people struggle with that, realizing that with family and stuff.
I think my mom and brother are realizing that as well. A little slower than me, but they're getting there too, which is good.
Well, he's not in his right mind. So biggest thing we learned about each other. So I'll start. My biggest thing I'd learned a couple things. I learned that there was a time a lot this year where you would go to the grocery store across the street, and you would grocery shopping, but then you would buy candy and you would eat it before you get home. So one, not sharing any with me, and then two, secretly eating candy without me. I just
sometimes felt judged by wanting sugar.
Maybe I wanted sugar, but and then the other one was that you really like Latino twunks.
I do. I didn't even know that.
You didn't even know that
about myself too.
That's something that we've both really like, not learned this year, but like it blossomed this year.
I'm bringing that into 2024. Yep. I think the biggest thing I learned about you is that if I worry too much about you, it actually annoys you. I've learned to not worry so much about you in smaller things, or if we're at a party and I see that you're forgetting something or whatever. Yeah. I don't need to tell you.
I survived without you before.
I don't need to worry. That's rude.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm very grateful to have you there.
But you're thriving now.
Yeah, exactly. I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it's very accurate. I love you. What's something we really improved on together in 2023?
I mean, just trusting each other. We have become a little more open. It took a lot of conversations and screw ups to get to where we are. And I think we just worked really hard at it, and not saying it's, a little bit of jealousy isn't going to happen in the future, but I feel like we're a lot more equipped mentally to handle situations like that. I don't get as jealous or stressed, and I know you don't. And you can tell because, we have given each other a little more freedom, but I feel like the little bit of freedom that we've given each other has also made us closer and more respectful of each other, which is really cool.
Yeah, I found that when I let you, or not let you, I don't want to say let you, because it's not like I'm letting you, but or allow you, but I guess we can I'll just use the example. When we were in Miami for New Year's last week, we were flirting with a guy all night, and we both were interested in him. He was interested in both of us. Well, it was another couple. Yeah. They were both interested in us. And at the end of the night, I was like, you know what? I'm really tired. I don't want to go to the after party. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
And instead of being like, I'm going to bed, so you need to come to bed with me, it was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Like, you want to go have fun? Go have fun. Like,
Yeah.
you want to go hang out with those guys? Great. We've been hanging out with them all night. Why am I gonna tell you not to do that? And I look at it as like, you're my best friend. If that was my best friend, I'd be like, yeah, go have fun. Like, tell me what happens after you get back. And then like, you know, makes you feel closer because you share in, like, it's like you're in on the secret. You're in on the story. It's not like you just went there and like did something behind my back.
Yeah.
Like I'm in on it. Yeah. So it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're both allowing us to be who we are. And in return, both of us are appreciating each other more because of that. And that's what's really great about it.
How much did we spend? How much, not how much did we spend? How much did we save for the wedding this year?
I mean, I saved
Not
some
enough.
and then I used it to pay off bills, but I still consider that saving
don't know how
because
much you saved for the wedding this year.
I still consider that money there and saved because it's, you know, it opened up gaps of my credit.
How much is in your Acorns account?
Oh, I haven't even actually looked in a little bit.
Well, I think we're probably
I definitely have,
cumulatively less than 10 grand that we've saved in the last year and a half, which, you know, it's not bad, but I don't know. It's not like,
I just know as well.
We haven't made a big dent.
I just know, you know, our wedding's not gonna be till end of 2026 and we still have a lot of time.
Yeah.
And, you know, cause I did budget it out. And if I'm saving this much per month, how much, you know, will I have by then? And I'll still be over what we budgeted.
Yeah.
And I think this is a big year where I think our finances and how much we make is going to increase. And I know it's risky to like kind of rely on that, but I do
like to look at it like that. I don't like to look at it like that. I like to look at it like where we're at right now.
Like next week I get like a 6% raise, you know,
that's already gone.
No, it's not. That's a lot of money per month that I can put into whatever. So.
Yeah. What's a challenge you feel like we overcame this year? I feel like the growth thing kind of speaks to that. But for me, it was like learning to collab separately. Like starting the studio adult content creation, like that was an obstacle to overcome. And I feel like we did it really, really well.
But I mean, mine ties into that is you doing the studio stuff without me, you know, which kind of tied into then collabing separately as well. You know, it all was kind of a domino effect. Yeah. I came out of the gate like really like okay and confident with it, but then, you know, when a few weeks went by, you know, internalizing a little bit of emotion with it, you know, it did hit me for a second, and there were some jealousies and whatever else. Yeah. Once we got through it and we talked about stuff, and it just got there.
It wasn't going to be like, oh, you were okay with it before it started, so now you have to be okay with it now that we have started. Yeah. It was now that we had started, there was some internalized feelings that were coming up, and it was working through those as they came up. Yeah. And
I still haven't watched one of your actual
But you even know that's
challenges. I think I will eventually.
Yeah, I think you will. I mean, we don't really watch a lot of studio stuff anyways.
It's not really my forte.
It's not really my I don't sit there and watch my own scenes. No. I like watching stuff with you.
Well, yeah, I like homemade stuff.
But I like watching our homemade stuff all the time. I watch that stuff all the time. Yeah. You know, we do 90% of everything together. Yeah. I don't want people to come watch this and think we're doing things separately all the time. Like, you know, 90% of our intimacy is together, and the other stuff is just like the cherry on top when we're like away for a weekend or whatnot. You know, people are going to get on here and be like, oh, you're having challenges. Maybe it's because you're trying to be more open. I'm like, every relationship has their challenges. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Actually, being more open has made us face our issues and even other issues that don't even tie into being open, you know?
Yeah. Because honestly, when you're forced to confront all those feelings and work through them, like once you do, you come out on the other side feeling a lot more relaxed.
I think us going this route honestly has made us way stronger.
Like people that are like, I would never let my boyfriend stay out if I wasn't there, blah, 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 blah. Like you don't own that person.
That means there's something you need to work on yourself.
Yeah. A goal for this year as a couple. So for me, I would really love if we did 2 getaway trips that were really just us, and it didn't involve anything to do with a gay themed event that was going on. Like, for example, like going to Bali and just being in Bali and just doing romantic sightseeing and hiking and just experiencing that culture, like something like that, or like going to South America or something, you know. Yeah. Doing like 2 of those trips this year would be really fun. But like, where it's just like a long weekend, you know.
I think my goal is just to kind of like, my goal is to get the basics of our wedding plan.
You don't like my goal?
Oh no, I do. I just I like your goal.
You just say it, you just moved on. No, I'm
Here,
just
do
kidding.
you
I'm
want
just
me
kidding. No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. Your goal's great.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I like trips.
But you know what I mean? Like we've done so many gay trips since the pandemic was over, and we got really, I feel like we got really caught up in our social life, and I love it, and I love all the trips we've taken, but we haven't taken any peaceful, like just sightseeing trips together.
Well, I would do, I'm like
Ireland.
on that with you, but you know, with the wedding saving, you know, that's probably like I spent a lot of money on our trip last year.
No, but those trips don't have to, like going to Thailand or Bali or just like
well, yeah, I get that.
Like
as long as they're like cheaper
one place for
than our
5
usual
days.
trips.
One place for 5 days is not that much money. It's us going away for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And doing all these gay events while we're there. That's what costs money.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but
in my opinion,
our big trip this year was the only really gay part of it was the end, the great cruise. You know, we were in Europe for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, if we had
you were doing stuff.
If we had just done London, like, you know, that would have been a fourth or an eighth of what we spent overall.
Yeah.
If we like just did one place. That's
But my goal is more just getting wedding stuff done, like the basics and finding the venue. And, you know, we have a date and we still have time. Like most venues will still have that date.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're so busy and wrapped up in everything that I just keep pushing that back because we do have time.
You know, it was,
and that's something I really want to get on top of.
One of the other things was like, what do you want your partner to work on this year? And I put plan the wedding. Something we want to be better at as a couple. I think for as good as we are at communicating and having tough discussions, I think we could even strive to be like a little better at them. Yeah. Like learning how to be even, not that it's possible to 100% of the time not get defensive, but just like both of us, like learning to listen without getting defensive, and then also learning to vocalize feelings without like sounding like we're reprimanding the other. I think that's something that I feel like those always want to get better
I feel like those are all things you've criticized me for, but I haven't criticized you for. So I feel like that's more of a me thing than a you thing.
Is it? Is that what I'm getting at? No, I'm just kidding. No, I think
talking about getting defensive.
I think I get defensive too. I think everyone naturally gets defensive from time to time. Personal goal for 2024 is I want to listen to my body a little more and learn to say no to more things, and giving myself more rest. I think I say yes to too many things. I overbook myself. I overexert myself, and I want to be better at that.
Yeah. I think my biggest thing is, which is something I've been doing since I can remember, is I'm a big procrastinator, and I have like ample time to do a lot of stuff, and I choose time and time again to do it the last minute, and I get it done and whatever. But you know, that's just a lot of extra stress I put on myself for no reason when I could have did it probably a week prior or something like that, for sure.
Maybe you just like working under pressure.
Yeah.
Some people do. Some people thrive in it.
I do honestly. But I do just as well if I do it in a timely manner. I think a lot of it's FOMO. Like I see you watching a show and I'm like, I want to watch that. And then I just sit there looking at my computer as I'm watching the TV or, you know, stuff like that.
I actually think a lot of times it's like, oh, I think he wants to watch TV. Like if you're like, hey, I need to do my write-ups, I want to watch that show with you later. I'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to go do some research on YouTube algorithms and try to figure out how I can boost our channel more.
What you need to do is not
both ways.
Do fun things when I am planning to do work.
But there are definitely times where you sit on the couch and turn on a show. I'm like, okay, wait, didn't he say he was going to do write-ups today?
Well, there's a lot of times it is mindless work where I can do that. And
that's the thing. I feel like you say like, oh, I need to do all my write-ups this week.
But then I get sort of distracted.
I'll be like, oh, like maybe we should film our YouTube today. And you're like, well, no, I need to do my write-ups today. And then we watch TV all afternoon and I'm like, what? Wait, didn't you need to do your write-ups? And you're like, well, no, they're not due for like 3 days. So
sometimes I just don't want to do anything. I use it as an excuse.
Yeah, I think you're using it as an excuse. But I mean, you're very good at getting what you need done.
I mean, I keep getting raises. So
so you're doing great.
Yeah.
But
I could do better.
You do wait till the last minute sometimes.
I do.
One other personal goal for me is I want to get nominated for a Gay VN award.
That's a good goal.
Yeah. So 2024, I will be doing studio adult content for a full year, and I am definitely getting my name out there. So that's going to be a goal of mine, is to get nominated maybe for Best Newcomer next year. We'll see. Stay tuned. And then something we're looking forward to as a couple.
Something we are looking forward to as a couple is something we can't really talk about too much, but it does involve being on TV in a reality show. But that's really all we can say. And
Well, that's all I was going to say was it's just a reality. We might be on a reality
we're
show.
in the talks to be on a reality show.
Is that okay to say?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't know. Like,
Yeah.
what are you getting? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but we're in talks to be on a reality show, and can't really say what
Can't
show
say
or
anything, yeah.
where or what it's about, but it's something that's very exciting for us. And
But we just talked with the executive producer yesterday,
Yeah.
and he seemed really positive. So that is definitely something we're looking forward to in 2024.
so stay tuned, and
Stay
maybe
tuned.
I can win like best villain or something. I'm kidding.
So if you're liking this video, make sure to hit that like, subscribe button. And I am sweating. I got to take this cardigan off. So we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.